Sitting behind me, I have two of the greatest handmade boutique amplifiers in the world. This is the 2-Rock Bloomfield Drive and the 2-Rock Classic Reverb Sigjnature. These are the 100-watt version here and the 40-watt version of the Classic Reverb over there. So that's 6V6 power tubes and 6L6 power tubes over here. Both of the amps are famous for their incredible clean tones. Possibly the greatest clean tones I've ever heard, and maybe the greatest that you've ever heard too. It'll be a fun debate, I guess, to see what you think. Both amps are capable of getting up to light gain tones, and they're definitely in the more Dumble character here and the more souped Fender character over there, which I know a Dumble is a souped up Fender, but they're different. Both amps can be played to a very, very clean level, almost anonymously in their EQ1 setting. So I've ignored that for today because it's not very exciting. But you know, if this was going to be your only amp, it could take you from very, very clean, anonymous sounds, anonymous as far as I'm concerned, all the way up. Now, if you want to know what that really sounds like, you can go and watch my Bloomfield Drive demo and review, which I show all the tones that basically the amp has, going from the cleanest all the way up. But for today, we're concentrating on the best clean tones that I can get from this amp. So I'm going to take you on a short journey through the gain structure, basically, of the amp. Now, it's a bit complicated, so I've simplified things as much as possible. One guitar, the Strat, because even if you don't love it, we all know what it sounds like. Then I've picked a certain setting for each amp, basically. Because the Classic Reverb has 3 gain structures, and it sounds quite different in each one, I've picked the so-called 2-Rock gain structure. So there is a blackface type structure, which has the scooped sound of a blackface Fender amp. Then there's a slightly higher output one, which is great for the sort of Stevie Ray Vaughan blues tones when you want to go up there. And then I've left it in the top position, which is the 2-Rock structure. It's a nice full sound. It really responds to the EQ settings of the amp massively, and it's just a gorgeous tone. And because the Bloomfield Drive doesn't have the same sort of thing, the Bloomfield Drive is a 2-channel amp with a lead channel. Obviously, we're not using that today. Now, I've taken the amps from a nice, full, rich tone up through to an edge of breakup and just beyond sort of sound, so you can hear. And I've tried to coax the best out of the amps for this particular scenario. All I can say about these amps is you'll never get tired of tweaking with them. And so to keep it simple for today, I've had to just pick basically one type of tone and go with that. So I've gone for the bright switch sort of tone, if that makes sense to you. So let's say we had a vintage blackface Fender, and it was on that edge of breakup, and it has that slight edge of treble boost in it, that bright switch. That's essentially what I've gone for. I love that tone. It's great to be able to get them out of these amps. But in that process of getting to that point, we can hear how both amps respond to their own gain knobs, and how it fills out the character. And then at the end, I've just slightly shifted the EQs of each to give the best sound in this room for that sound. Essentially, they're going through the same speaker cabinet, same 2 speakers in each one. And that makes a huge difference to the sound, as you know. So it's not like they're going to be worlds apart. Now, we're going to carry on doing these sorts of tests over the coming months and years with not just these amps, but lots of other amps. I've got some EL84 amps on their way, which have a completely different clean sound, and it'll be really good fun to compare. So this is just a starting point. If you really wanted to know what the Classic Reverb and the Bloomfield clean sounds sound like, then here you go. There's so much flexibility in each amp, as I said. So just to keep this a little bit shorter, we've gone for one type today. But let me know down in the comments what else you'd like to hear from these amps, how you'd like me to set them up and compare them to other things. I can compare them to other amps. I've got some Fender amps, even a Marshall, if that interests you, and a Vox amp. So yeah, let's go for it. My conclusion basically is that both amps sound incredible. The Bloomfield Drive, probably my favourite. Just absolutely stunning, clean edge of breakup sound. Really great for those sort of double stops. Just has that lovely, when you do a double stop and you just feel that the oomph come out of the amp, and it just makes that incredible sound that we're all so familiar with. That really gets me going. And being 100 watts, it just incredible. I really wish I'd got the classic reverb in 100 watts. If anyone ever asks me that question, yeah, the 100 watts is just better than 40 watts. 100 watts is much better even than the 50 watts within the same amp, because you can lower it. Now the classic reverb, it does so many things. It's so flexible, and it's pretty much, it's as good. This is not a which is better. It's just, my preference. But I love them both. It would depend on the piece of music. Today, playing with this setting, the Bloomfield Drive just sounded fantastic with that treble boost. It was such a full tone, just with that slight edge and that breakup. But anyway, see what you think. Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more videos about these amps and others, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up to help me with the algorithm, if you don't mind. Much appreciated. And see you next time. Cheers.